I do. What is the Galactic Council of Light?
One moment. As we explained, there are hierarchies set up in the multiverse, and the Galactic Council of Light are one of these hierarchies from their own realm, with their own mission to guide from a certain angle the evolution of Gaia and the people dwelling upon her. They are also called the Galactic Federation of Starseed Lightworkers. There is no difference between these two, though some prefer to say there is. They have close ties to this planet, as this is where they evolved from. No more will be said at this present moment.
What is the multiverse?
It is a way of describing infinite space beyond what we understand as the universe, with the sun and the certain planets and the star systems that we recognize because we talk about them. There are billions of those, and that is the multiverse.
What is a starseed?
One moment. It is a vibration received and embodied by beings that decided to incarnate on this planet to help in the evolution towards self-awareness.
And you said that's the same as a Lightworker?
A Lightworker is slightly different from a Starseed. A Lightworker does not necessarily incarnate with the purpose of aiding and guiding the evolution of the planet, but once incarnated, reignites the light within the self and evolves into self-awareness through a journey of self-inquiry.
Now, I understand that some of us are part reptilian. What are the other parts? Is it Pleiadian, Sirian? What are the other parts of us?
We are hybrids. You are hybrids. We have many parts, as this hybridization has been in place for millions and millions of your years. A bit like a homeopathy mixture.
Does that include Pleiadian?
We have been diluted so many times as to not know our origins fully.
Right.
Every soul that incarnates on the earth as a person, a human being, will have Pleiadian
Syrian.
Not necessarily. Definitely Pleiadian. Some Syrian.
What? Who are the Syrians? So just some of us humans?
Humans heating.
Are Linda and I Syrian?
You have Syrian in your DNA.
I do and Linda does?
Yes.
And do we both have Pleiadian?
Yes. All humans do.
All humans have part Pleiadian. Okay.
Yes.
How do we heal ourselves and others instantly of any physical ailment?
Belief. Let's not forget that physical ailments are part of the soul plan that keep the plan on track by pushing, so to speak, the sufferer into a direction that they had already agreed to be on, but strayed and did not know how to get back, and they had already agreed that the possibility of pain would help them to realign and move towards centeredness.
So pain is a tool to self-awareness.
It is, yes, that is exactly what it is. That is its purpose.
Does the human need to stop, or can we go on?
Stop.
Does Linda need to stop? Or can we go on?
We can have 5 more of your moments. Minutes.
Okay. This is kind of vague. What do we need to know about government as we advance in self-awareness?
Less and less and less.
How do we bring that about?
With our focus. The government only exists as a projection of the mind of the humans.
Why do they play so many games with us? They try to control us and manipulate us and...
All of this control and manipulation happens mostly in the thought processes. We understand that some people have actual physical experience.
Right.
And they agreed to that experience. But for the larger percentage, the government only exists because your screens tell it to you.
But I feel like...
So we then believe our screens and we reinforce our governments every single day.
So that's
we have to stop this behaviour if we do not wish to supposedly dwell under the rule of a government. They cannot disappear if we continuously think about them and talk about them.
So that's why we experience them locally? Governments set local rules for us.
Of course. These two are no different than the governments in your real everyday life. They are a mirror reflection of what we will call the collective conscious vibration. But as we had explained, the low vibration does not have the power to change the experience of the high vibration. The high vibration is choosing to view what it does not like. And when it stops doing this, and this will create a ripple, then the governments will dissipate. Now, there are some soul plans to do this in a different way, but it is still predominantly the vibration that will hold the government in place with the imaginary power. So even the words we use to describe them, we must change. The idea that they have power, we must let go of. And we must create in our minds the reality we prefer. If we do not create the replacement, we will keep thinking of what it is that we do not prefer.
Is there a huge financial change coming that's going to make all humans' lives easier?
One moment. Not as a saviour of the world, no. Again, the financial system is illusory and only exists because it is deemed to be the answer to all suffering. It is not, as we have discovered, it is basically the creator of suffering.
Linda and I have waited many years believing that a certain amount of funding would come into our church to do this next purpose, and I feel like now that was an illusion. Can you share anything on that?
With every long-term belief, the purpose of this belief is to bring joy, is it not?
It's not been bringing me joy because it hasn't happened and I haven't got the church or what I want. The funding didn't come
So
through.
it never brought you joy to believing it?
At certain times it did, but it never happening actually brought kind of worse than joy.
So you purposely flagelated yourself with this belief?
Yes, and I want to...
And you think that something outside of yourself will change that?
Right, and I want to get out of that delusion of thinking that at some point this funding's going to happen and I'll just have all that, because it's not going to happen.
Just stop thinking it. Just stop.
I can't, because it's a hope that I want.
You are mixing two things.
I don't understand.
Stop thinking of the belief, the thought that brings you pain. Is that not simple?
The thought that brings me pain is that it's not going to happen, but the joy is that it is going to happen.
Okay.
Okay, I'll leave
Which
that.
one do you think more often? Which is the predominant one?
I really believe it's going to happen.
But you haven't enjoyed this time of believing it then?
Okay, I kind of sort of have.
So really, the predominant one has been the disbelief, has it not?
No, I keep believing this thing they call Nassar is going to happen. I fully believe that's going to happen, but the when?
So can you not enjoy yourself?
Anyway, next question.
Is it reliant on an outside force?
Yeah, I feel like it's reliant on John Collins, who promised the funding to Linda and I. I feel like that. I know it's a human, it's 3D, it's silly.
Oh, we are flagulating, aren't we?
Okay, it was John Collins' funding promised to my church real?
One moment. We will not answer any questions.
Right.
But we will help the healing of the energy behind these questions.
Well, I don't want to put any more time and energy into Nastara and finding it. I want to clear all of that and just feel my joy, but it's a background. It's in the background of a hope.
We suggest you clear all the beliefs that do not bring you joy and focus without an attachment to the when, the why, the how, and the who
Right.
on what brings you joy.
I understand that, and I understand that I have a lot of work on my guides to do with that. So one final question that's more generic, and then we'll go. Who is Trump?
One moment. At this junction, we will not reveal the who. We will share that he is not just a human. One moment. He has a mission. He is fulfilling it. But he is not a savior.
Right.
He is a revealer.
Right. I understand. Is he working with the Galactic Council of Light?
One moment. He works with different off-planet forces, and we cannot reveal the source.
Right.
There are forces against, so we will not share information.
Right. And I get it that he's revealing, but each human being has to have their own self-awareness, face their own darkness individually. He can't save you.
No, he cannot. That is not even possible. As much as in his human form he would love to, that is not possible.
Right. Okay, thank you, and I look forward to talking to you again.
Thank you. We enjoyed this interaction.
Thank you.